Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and I got a cat trying to walk through here. Welcome back to hashtag Decan Walk 2023. I don't know if he's going to sit down or what. Get. Get. So I'm uploading right now the video on talking about Virgo Decan 3, which is what we're in right now. It started today, 9/12/2023. If I remember, I'll post the link to Marlena Trace's book video below. This is the spread she did because she's been doing a spread for each decan. So this is the spread, and let me show you here. And I don't know what he's going to do. He's messing up my cards. They're in a specific order. This is what it looks like. The Decan walk. So he just completely sat down here on this card. But this is the Decan, and there's 6 questions, and it says on here, so we have Mercury and Virgo, and the 10 of Pentacles was the card. Here's the cards. We have the Hermit is the Virgo card, and then the Magician is the Mercury. So that's what I was going to show you here. He just ain't wanting to move at all. But it says, because of the energies contained here, as above, so below, ascent, descent, movement up, down, all around, or even sideways, you can pull cards in any order and choose placement and direction for yourself as you wish. So I just did, like I would do it as above, so below. I did below, up, down, all the way down. So there are 6 questions, and without further ado, it's 10:30 at night. Let's get this started. So the first question was, what energy am I drawing down into my external reality? And I drew the 4 of Swords. And that is hilarious because this is the time of year I start pulling this card. The last 3 years, as soon as I just noticed as soon as my birthday hits, when it starts to become fall, I start pulling this card repeatedly over and over and over. And it's partly probably because there's a lot of hustle and bustle that goes along with my day, my year. And it's getting to that time of year where it's telling me, hey, you know what? Maybe we should take a break. Maybe we should rest today. And it's funny because I have been door dashing as a second job in the evenings, and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday I worked hard. Like I worked 4 or 5 hours after my normal shift. I was exhausted, and the last 2 days I decided to take off and take a rest. So this card, it says, what energy am I drawing down into my external reality, is dead on. That's exactly what I've been doing the last 2 days, is resting, other than my normal job. And mind you, I will tell you that I did do a meditation and pull these cards ahead of time. I just haven't looked at them. And then it says, where do my feelings of abundance and prosperity lie? With the High Priestess, of course. It's that, again, there's another almost going inward feeling here where you got to connect head and heart, connect to this other power. And it's funny because we talked about that in the video I'm uploading, about how the Hermit is essentially 1 foot in this world and 1 foot already across the veil with spirit. And I just found that interesting because I feel that very much so in this High Priestess card as well. It says, where do my feelings of abundance and prosperity lie? Not in the in-between, but having that silence, if that makes any sense to you guys. Number 3, how can I create a legacy? And I just keep hearing this freaking word. Legacy, legacy, legacy. And I pulled the Knight of Pentacles. Or Knight of Cups, sorry. And I think this is funny because the first time I saw this card, I had a very visceral reaction. I'm like, I don't need no stinking man to bring me my happy ever after. I mean, he's even got a white horse, for crying out loud. It's not my knight in shining armor. But these are things, as I've gotten more in depth with my spiritual practice, I see that, sometimes we can be our own knight as well. And that's literally the legacy I want to create um, is being your own knight in shining armor, being your own rescuer. Is literally the message I want to leave behind from me when I'm gone. And I just found that interesting that that's the Knight of Cups that comes up here. Because I feel that way about this card now. I didn't when I first started reading tarot, because I'm like, I don't need no stinking man. But you could see this as yourself. You're your own knight in shining armor. You're your own rescuer. Yeah, and that's quite interesting that that's the answer to this specific question. Number 4, a message from a wise source. Message from a wise source, the 4 of Cups. Oh, and I've just been getting this whole year. Pretty much I've been getting the same message, that basically be happy with what you have. Be content with what you have. And I think this harkens back to recently me talking about the past life in Persia, where I was a very selfish individual. I was a male, very selfish, very goal money oriented all the time. I don't care who I screwed over to get that money. I needed money. And I feel like that part of me has carried over in a sense that I never feel like I have enough. And maybe this card is the card. This is the only card that could have come out of this deck for this answer. A message from a wise source that says, look around, be happy with what you've got. Because other people may not even have this much. So, and don't be judging other people, because you never know what their struggle is or has been. And I just find that interesting. So number 5, how does hard work commingle with my life's purpose? How does hard work commingle with my life's purpose? And I hear cultivating friendships, but at the same time I don't, because I don't cultivate friendships. When you're a friend of mine, you're a friend for life, period. They never really stay because, like I said, I have issues where I will befriend someone, they will get what they need from me, and then they're gone. Or I help them grow in some way that's different than mine. But I'm that constant. So that's quite interesting. But I could look at it this way. It says, how does hard work commingle with my life's purpose? How does it commingle is you work hard. I want to say work hard, play hard, but I don't play hard. I'm not a risk taker. I'm not adventurous. But spending quality time with those that you do love is when you work hard so that you can have that time with friends, family, whatever, and just be with them. That's quite interesting. And then the last card, where will I travel next? And he's sitting on it. Where will I travel? Oh my gosh, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups has been stalking me. It is also the Decan we just left. We just left it. Yesterday was the Knight of Cups. No, it was the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry. Totally wrong thing. But the number 9 has been following me. So the 9 of Cups is, to me, especially in this card, this leap of faith she's taking into the ether, it almost gives you the full vibe, but she knows something is catching her. She knows something is going to happen to benefit her. Where will I travel next? And it's funny that she's going into space, pretty much. Here. And as I circle back to the Magician, because that is the energy of this Decan, to where will I travel next? The Magician says you have all the tools you need to do whatever you want. And The only real sage advice I got from my dad growing up, because him and my mom divorced when I was 4, I never really saw him growing up. Rarely did I see him. The one piece of advice he gave me was do what makes you happy. Um, and it's funny because I asked the universe um, just a couple weeks ago, I said, okay, if I meant to read tarot and be a medium, give me a sign. About 4 days later, I also asked if I am meant to be a writer, give me a sign. And it's funny because I'm always not testing the universe. I'm always asking these questions. Not the same exact questions, but I'm always asking certain questions. If I'm meant to do this, prove it. Prove to me. Show me some kind of sign. And so these 2 questions have been on my mind. I've actually went to bed every night kind of asking them in my mind and then not dreaming, which is weird for me because I normally dream every night. Not dreaming anything. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, I'm getting no response. Sunday, this past Sunday. No. Before this past Sunday. A week ago, this past Sunday. Out of the blue, our neighbor asked me to write his life story. And I'm like, I don't know if I've got that kind of talent to write somebody else's story. And he's like, no, I think you'll be good at it. Doesn't know that I'm a writer. All of a sudden, out of the blue, him and my husband were talking. He said he wanted to find somebody to write my life story. My husband mentioned that I had written a couple small books. And boom. And I'm like, what? So then I'm like, that's not proof, right? That's not my proof I needed, right? Because I'm always questioning that. So cut to this Sunday, 2 days ago, 2 days ago. I'm sitting around with my sister-in-law and she says, hey, cause she always has me read her, do a reading for her when I see her. And she's like, you're really good at it, or I would not be continuing to ask you to read for me. And it's so scarily accurate when I read for her. It's crazy because I don't see her for weeks or months at a time. And then I have no idea what's going on in her life. And then every time the cards know, even when she's trying to hide something, the cards know, and I'm interpreting them correctly. So she asked me for a Halloween party to read for a group of people, paid, which I've never done before. And I'm like, what is happening? And then she said that she's going to start a podcast and wants me to help her write a book based on her life. And I'm like, what? She says she wants a ghostwriter, which I would be the ghostwriter. And I'm like, what is happening? So these 2 questions I asked the universe, people are asking me to do these things that I'm asking the universe, am I supposed to be doing these? And then people are asking me to do them. So yeah, I'm guessing that's my sign. I'm like I said, I'm very hard-headed. So I have to be beat over the head with the 2 before I get that this is the sign. But I just found it odd because it was out of the blue, with the books and even with the cards, because she knows how kind of shy I am about reading for other people. Because I don't typically read for people. I typically read for the dead, read with the dead, whatever. But anyway, back to this. So I'm going to pull this card. It's from the Lightness of Being affirmation cards. The Earth cards, just because. And he's back now sitting on all the cards. But I do feel like with the 9 of Cups here, that is my answer. Especially with the Magician. I can do anything I set my mind to. Anybody can do anything they set their mind to. Go anywhere they set their mind to. It's just a matter of doing it, taking that action. And the Magician is all about taking that action, creating your own reality. And I love that. So here we got a card that fell out, and it says Epiphany Blessings. Blessings of grandparent medicine, soul songs, walk on earth with bare feet. I love it. I cannot tell you how many times I've walked barefoot around. It's probably why I got jacked up feet now, because I spent my youth barefoot. But that is my spread to Marlena Teresa here. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night.